obviously more light in our life and in the world. What we want to remind ourselves, that these particular weeks prior to Rosh Hashanah are a very unique opportunity for all of us to be awakened, and as well, if you woken up and understood the opportunity, part of our responsibility is to share with others of these opportunities. I want to start first with the understanding of the big picture of this week. Okay, and then I'm going to go to the portion and share with you few key points that can be our connection or make ourselves a vehicle for the light that needs to be revealed. Rav Ashlag, one of the Kabbalists, says that one of the things that you want to adapt for this coming year, for as the year starting, is to be in the habit of starting every day from the beginning. Every day new. Like food. You don't sustain yourself on the food of yesterday. Again, to a certain period of time, maybe if you're fasting and whatever it is, but in general, you don't eat today for tomorrow or next day. You eat today for today. And actually it says that if you keep the food, if the food stays in your stomach for too long, it creates sickness. The food of the old food, that gets stuck and all of those things, right? The same thing with the light. There is a specific light every single day that you're meant to reveal. But most of us are, yesterday I did some spiritual work. Last week was a great thing. I just came back from a week in Burning Man. Right? I've done it. Right? It's not about that. It's about every single day. Do the new things. The study today. Right? I study once a week with Benjamin. That's great. Open that class every day and study. You need to understand that the light of the study or the light of the connection was good for that particular moment. It doesn't travel for tomorrow. It was good for today. The enlightenment of today is for today. It's, again, very important to, because, again, most of us, again, I will say it again, if you're riding on the light of yesterday, sure enough, you're creating short circuit in your life. You create limitations in your life. So that's one thing I would like to encourage us, right, to at least make a decision that this coming year you do daily connection. Daily work on yourself. Daily. Not to ride off yesterday. That's one gift. It's really a gift if you really adapt yourself to that. Second thing is, as we go to this week's portion, there is few beautiful words that are being used by Moses. And he says, the Creator has been asking that the Creator, Hashkifa me'me'on kodshecha, the God will watch us, or will have a view of us from above, from His holy place, right? That's the request that Moses have. But if you understand Kabbalah, it's never about what, Moses says or the Torah says. It's about today. It's what is my gift today from what I'm reading in this portion. It uses the word hashkifa. Hashkifa is have a bird view, right? Or a big picture view. But the word is the word for shkifut. Shkifut is transparent. I spoke about it in previous year, but every year in this portion, it's actually one of my favorite reading, is to ask ourselves before we entering to Rosh Hashanah, what is your bird view for yourself? How do you view this world? What is your hashkafat olam? How do you see in this world? How do you see yourself in this world? This week, you want to take the time to see, wait a second, who am I in this world? And don't answer right away. Take the time. Do I have a big picture view of the world? Do I see what type of philosophy you live by? Random, whatever comes on the feeds on my YouTube. If it comes, I meant to read it. Not organized. Here and there, I'm doing some yoga, I'm doing some this, I'm doing some Kabbalah, you know. I'm going to this, going to that. Is your view of life always changing based on the people you are around, who is around you? Is your view of life changed because of circumstances? You changing the view of life or yourself? Hear yourself. When you speak about the world or people, majority of what comes out of your mouth, is it positive or is it vicious? Or is it a little stinging? Or is it a little evil negativity? What is your view of people? People are good in their core, but life making them negative. What is your view on people? How do you view people? These are the things, these are the questions that Moses is suggesting all of us to start asking. And it's not 3,500 years ago, it's today. We learn it from the codes of the Torah. The Torah is all a code that one needs to learn how to decipher it. Right? So we have many Kabbalists we study from, and of course my teacher that revealed all those secrets before. The portion starts, והיה כי תבוא אל הארץ אשר אני נותן לך לרשתה. Of course we continue after. But it starts with the והיה כי תבוא. והיה, it means whenever, or when you come, right? והיה כי תבוא, whenever you come, whenever you're going to come to the land, it's mentioning, right? So it's obviously most of us think that it speaks about that in the future when I go somewhere, that's how the way it's written, that's what I need to do. These are the rules that you're going to live by. And the portion goes and share many different things to do. But let's understand the beauty of the codes that we're listening to. First of all, you look at the word vehaya. Vehaya and when, or it will. It's the Yud Ke Vav Ke, the tetragrammaton, the name of the Creator, in a different order. That order, that is the way it's written, obviously it says a word, you can take the word literally, but if you understand Kabbalah, every new moon have its own unique sequence of the Yud Ke Vav Ke. This particular sequence, it's the sequence that we're going to connect in the month of Tishrei, which is Libra, which is Rosh Hashanah. That light shine in that day. This type of combination. What is, when you come to the month of Tishrei, technically, you need to remember something important. And this is the preparation before Tishrei, before Libra. And I want you to open your heart, open your mind to this type of understanding, and let it in if you can. In 2 weeks, your movie is been sealed for the entire year. The people, the circumstances, the money, every piece is like almost like the movie is been added in the month of Virgo, and it's on the screen to the public in theater in 2 weeks, the month of Tishrei, the month of Libra, which is the Rosh Hashanah. Your movie is sealed, done, after editing, after all what needed. And this is happening every year. But I want to connect a little bit deeper to this, because once Tishrei is starting, technically, again, for majority of the people, those people who study Kabbalah, they know there's 10 days or some days that they can still make some adaptation. But for majority of us, it's a sealed, you cannot switch it, you cannot, the character that will come to your life, everything is predetermined already in the month of Tishrei. You cannot change it, you cannot switch it, you cannot complain about it, you can. And you cannot stop it. This is it. The train is riding in Tishrei and you cannot do anything, you cannot even jump off that. Only if you have if it's written for you, that you have the opportunity to jump, but it's not. And this is what's happening now. Now, it's a gift of the Creator to technically change everything, editing everything in your movie right now. Because the entire year will be predicted. It's robotic, my dear. When you sit in the theater and you watch a movie, whatever you need to do, you can do. You can close your eyes or not. The movie is playing the way it was written. The conversations, the words, the people, the relationship, the pain, the suffering, everything is written already for the entire, technically it's almost like 11 months. One, whether you believe in it or not, it's not my concern technically. Why? Because it's happening. I suggest to you to take it in. If there's a slight chance that every year the Creator writes all your movie for the entire year based on how you show up in this month. This is the difference. This is what we're talking about. Because you need to, it says, Vayaki Tavo. Tavo is come. You need to come to that understanding in the next 2 weeks. In the next 2 weeks, you need to come to understanding. It's almost like, God forbid, there's a surgery, and while it's open, they see some damages, right? And it says, you know what, while we open, we saw something, we fixed it already. And the person wake up from the surgery and tell him, by the way, you had another complication, but we fixed it, right? But once it's sealed and closed, they're not opening again now. And this is what's happening. It's really how you show up this month. What type of desire, ask yourself this month, this next 2 weeks, right? When you want to change something, or you want to stop something, let's say stop a certain behavior, stop a certain addiction, stop a certain, whatever, I want to decide to be connected to the light. Let's say I want to be more connected to the light. I want, like you, Rav Ashlag recommended, every day, I'm going to start all over again every day. Wow, it's a great idea, and we want to do that. What are you going to receive this coming year, right? Only the different opportunities to check, are you doing it for real, right? So for example, if somebody decided to be connected to the light this year, I want to be connected every day. What they're going to do, they're going to give you in the movie opportunities to connect. What you going to do? Are you going to take that or not? Let's say we always said the example, somebody want to be patient, right? Work on patience, right? So what are you going to get this year? Test to be impatient, right? That's what's going to happen. But it's not the entire year. It's just they're going to test you a little bit to see if your desire is for real. So make sure you understand that when you work in Elul, you need to also increase that desire, because the test that will come in 2 months or 3 months, you're going to forget what you decide. And the test will be, do you have a desire for what you said or not? And then, again, there's almost like the year is written, and there's multiple choices, right? from 1 to 4, let's say, for example, right? So you can have a plain field of life with very, very much, very shallow type of year. But at the same time, you can have much more deeper year. The same way you connected to a deeper. For example, when sometimes you go watch a movie with a friend, or you read a book, you and your friend read a similar book, the same book, and then you got a deeper part, and your friend did it, right? Same book. So this is obviously important for us to understand. Throughout the next year, you are about to get new updates. Like your phone getting updates, you're going to get different versions, iOS they call it, whatever, 1 or 2, and iOS 16 and a half, whatever it is, right? Throughout the year, the Creator already sending us upgrades. Next year, they're created already. But if you're not really getting the upgrade, it's because your desire is not fitting to that new upgrade, which is a new version of you, which is a new functionality of you. The goal of Elul is that we will have awakened a desire to be in the best functional, optimal level, highest level of functionality. Not mediocre, not okay, not I'm 90%, 100%, or let's say 99% of functionality, optimization of your energy, optimization of your soul to be involved in every second. And for that, you're going to get upgrades throughout the year. This is how it goes. You're going to get upgrades. And those upgrades are available already for the entire year. Depend on your desire. Depend on what you're going to present in the month of Elul, in the month of Virgo. And therefore, one of the things that you need to sit with yourself this week, in the next couple of weeks, is to come lavo, vaya ki tavo. Whenever you come to this understanding, but you need to agree with the system of light. You need to come to an agreement, to accepting that the light have a system. And the spiritual system is available for me. And therefore, once you have that acceptance, the windows are already open for this coming year. As the beginning of what I want all of us to make a decision, because some people think, I don't believe it, I can change whenever I want. I don't recommend to take that chance. I recommend to take the chance of, if I can make a change, is right now. If I can rewrite my story, is right now. Don't wait to come to Rosh Hashanah and pray for everything, or Yom Kippur, or whatever it is. That's why he says, Asher Hashem Elokecha noten lecha nachala. He speaks about that your God, your Creator, already set up the system. It's your nachala, it's your inheritance. You're meant to inherit that greatness. But he says, Asher Hashem Elokecha noten, it's giving you. Not natan, not gave you, or not will give you. The Creator is present right now with us, doing the work of Elul, doing the work of transformation right now. This is the decision. So now, if you understand the system, and you do everything in your power to change, to take responsibility in the month of Elul, to the most capacity of your power, whatever level you are, it's okay. Then you take what Masha and Chilulecha, what the lot that they provide to you for the entire year. That's genius. You know why? Because now, if I understand that I got the opportunity to choose how my year will be, the year starting in Rosh Hashanah, and then a few months later, something came to your movie that you don't like, or difficult. Now I need to understand, I can't be a victim of it. This is my own creation. I had the chance. I received those properties. So now, everything that will come this year, I would love us to even make a decision, okay, to receive it in 3 ways. Anything, good or not so good, tough or easy, accepted with 3 things: happiness, love, and appreciation. Happiness, I'm happy whatever came. It's my own creation, and I know, by the way, that even if it's not so good, it will lead you to the good. But you need to make those adaptations right now, okay, this week's. And remind you, it's Rosh Hashanah starts, it's cemented, you cannot change it. So, I recommend to look at your movie up until now. How is it? How many happy days you had? Not fake happiness. How many friends that are real in your circle? How many revelation you had? How many deeper conversation you had? If you don't like your movie, change it. And the change is now. And make the movie completely exciting. A deep, deep messages movie. Then he says, once you have that, veyashavta, veyarashta, veyashavta ba. And then you will inherit all the properties and all the gifts and all the light that the Creator prepared for you. And only then, veyashavta. What is yashavta? And you rested in this year. What do you mean rested? Not resting meaning resting meaning not doing anything. Talking about peace of mind. Then you have trust. Then you live with trust. You know what I mean to live in insecurity? To live in worries all day long? To live in an abundant life? This is what he's telling you. In a flow of light. In Yeshuv Adat, that's why he says, V'yashav taba, when you rest, when you're sitting in the land, what it represents is Yeshuv Adat, that you already set in your consciousness. You're there. You're not like, changing every second how you're thinking. To be calm, to be relaxed, to be in love, to be in flow. We need to change. You know when you have a friend of yours, or a friend or a boss or whatever it is, when you set your mind on something and they cannot change it. Right? They cannot change it. Change your mindset. No, it's all mindset. It is mindset. But the mindset deciding now. And after that you cannot change it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You will have few opportunities. And if you're not really taking those opportunities, it's a set year. It's all predetermined. Whether if you believe it or not, it's not the point. Last idea is because this week there is, in the portion, there's curses and blessings. And we know that it's not, if you read it literally, it's horrible. It's horrible. And the idea of that is not to think that you hear a klalot, cursing, you're afraid. Oh, what will happen if you read those klalot? Sometimes people don't even want to hear those things. When it comes in this week's portion, each one of those curses is a cleansing of all the aspect that we got stuck all the time in our day, this last year, that you fell into small, insignificant moment, that you became too small. You you shrinked yourself. Therefore, those klalot, those curses are nothing to do with the actual curse. It's a cleansing that appear in the month of Elul as a generosity of the Creator. So by listening to this, by reading this in this week, we receive cleansing from all those limited places, limited thinking. You get the cleansing, but you need to make a decision to rewrite your story completely different. powerful, faster, smarter. You get an upgrade system. So I'll tell you a few things that it's better for us to make decisions in the next couple of weeks. Better for us. It's better for us to decide that in the next year I will take everything that comes my way as a blessing, as a spiritual message, not physical, and not, dodge the ball to somewhere else. Is a message that come to me that can re-engineer my consciousness. This is what the Creator sent this year. You're going to face a situation. I don't know. I don't want to say anything negative, but let's say a bad interaction. You need to pause. I made a decision that I take everything as a blessing to my life, as a spiritual message that can change and help me re-engineer my consciousness. Be my own engineer. Really, that's what I want. I recommend that it's better for us to decide to hold strongly on your spiritual path that the Creator put your hand on. If it's Kabbalah, hold strongly. If it's something else that you feel connected to, hold strongly, because the wind that will blow this year will be too strong for us if we are not holding tight on our spiritual path. Better for us to decide that in the next year I will introduce myself new tools. If you are a student of Kabbalah, there are many tools that we're using. Many different meditations, many different prayers, or even Shabbat as a tool. You have to understand, sometimes a lot of the people in the world, they don't know they are living in a matrix. They're living in a complete robotic place. And therefore, it's very hard to even conceptualize anything else. What we want to is to connect to a different cloud. This year, a different server. A very fast server. This is the wisdom of Kabbalah. Kabbalah is a certain, you're talking about, there's a different type of clouds, that one of them give you much faster internet, much faster information, or even the AI system that they're building, some of them are way more advanced. You want, if it's the Zohar connection, to add to your life. If it's Shabbat, I want to plug in through those tools. These are spiritual tools. Or deeper study, I want to connect this. That will be, I recommend that you make a decision to introduce new things that you haven't done before. I recommend as well to make a decision to change your environment. Most of us, sometime, choosing wrong environment, or the environment was chosen for us, but check very well, even if it's, someone close to you, but it's always a drainage. You go there, your battery is running out. You see that those circle of people, you need a break for them for 2 weeks. Right? Or you have somebody that that calls you, they want to hang out with you, and you really see always you dodging that, right? And you're running away, or you're not answering, I'm away, let's meet in the summer or in the winter, right? Change, because the environment is a cause, is a key. You have to understand the environment needs to be supportive, and you for them as well. Supporting your spiritual path, supporting your growth, supporting your change. A very, very powerful tool. So it make a lot of, I would say, decisions in this next couple of weeks. Another last thing I recommend, even if I'm saying a lot, understand what I say in the beginning. What is your view of life? What is your view of people? When we say the word ashkifa is a view, but is also transparent, is also to let seeing yourself Be transparent with yourself. Be transparent with others. That's an amazing connection. That creates unity. Unity through transparency of what's going on. What is my condition? I want to see. I don't want to be in defense all day long. I would say meditate even every day, 20 minutes. Sit down and meditate how beautiful your soul is. Hashkif, to view how beautiful your soul is, how beautiful people are, how beautiful the Creator is, how much power of creation there is within your soul. Have that view, start to have that, and this year it will be revealed to you. But this is the work that we do in Elul. This is what I do, and many others that I study with us every single day. We're not skipping a day without thinking, go deeper, changing, redeciding our way, rethinking the way we are. I want you to understand, also to receive how important is your existence in this world. Because remember, I always said it when we always speaking about it. The day you were born is the day the Creator says, I cannot have this world without that individual. So whatever you think small about yourself, whatever you think, you are a human being. No animal can create, no physical matter can create, can do anything, none of them. Only humans have this power. So we need to use that power and awaken the world and really eliminate. Let's make a decision as a group of people, eliminating hatred, eliminating separation, being transparent, being able to let people see who am I, and so you can see who they are. Again, there's a lot to say about this week, but there's a tremendous gift for this week. Highly recommended to be awakened, and please, if you can, help others to be awakened as well. If there's a chance in 2 weeks you can make a change, you can redecide something, take this opportunity. Take this opportunity, and I'm telling you again, the year starting, there is zero change. It's going to be robotic. Include the opportunities, and if you're not going to take advantage of them, it's going to wait for the next year, and just accumulation of judgment. Okay? Judgment meaning limitations, meaning smallness, and so forth. So this is the time to make the changes. This is the time to go deeper. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of the week.